Hello everyone, welcome to English for You. I'm Angeline.
I am Jessie.
Nice to meet you, Jessie.
Hello.
Hi, so it's almost time for Christmas, right?
Yes.
Do you know anything about Christmas that you can share with our students today?
I know that it falls on December 25th every year. It's also a holiday in many countries.
That's right. What else about Christmas do you know?
People put up Christmas trees and exchange presents during Christmas.
Yes, that's true. And then there's this special guy during Christmas, right?
Oh, there's a man dressed in red suit with a white beard. His name is Santa Claus.
Right.
He delivers presents and his reindeer pull his sleigh. Please tell me we are going to talk about Santa Claus today.
I'm sorry, Jessie. We won't be talking about Santa Claus, but we will be talking about Christmas, okay? So let's take a look at our article now.
Reading. Bethlehem, birthplace of Jesus Christ. Christmas trees almost always each have a star on top. But what's the meaning behind it? The star actually represents the one that the 3 wise men followed to reach the town of Bethlehem, according to the Bible. They were going there to visit the newly born Jesus Christ and present him with gifts. Joseph and Mary, Jesus' parents, were traveling to Bethlehem to take part in a census called for by Roman Emperor Augustus. There, Mary gave birth to Jesus, while she and Joseph were taking shelter in a stable. While scholars debate whether or not this was accurate, the city remains a holy site for many Christians. Millions of Christians have traveled there over the centuries. What's more, a Christmas procession is held there every December 25th. Bethlehem has changed hands many times over the years and was partially destroyed and rebuilt at least twice. These days, it is controlled by Palestine, and most of its population is Muslim. Over the past century, it's also had many political problems with its neighbor, Israel.
Okay, so our article starts off by saying Christmas trees almost always each have a star on top. But what's the meaning behind it?
That's right. When I was a kid, I loved decorating Christmas trees right before the holiday season. And we would always put a star right on the top of the tree. 同学们，不知道你们小时候有没有自己布置，或是看到商店里面摆设的 Christmas tree 圣诞树呢？那课文一开始就提到了 Christmas trees almost always each have a star on top， 意思就是圣诞树几乎都有一颗星星在树上。其中的 each have a star 其实就是指几乎每棵圣诞树上都有一颗星星哦。So Angeline, do you know why are we decorating the Christmas trees with stars on the top?
I've always wondered about this too. Why do we put stars on the tops of Christmas trees? Well, our article gives us an answer. It says the star actually represents the one that the 3 wise men followed to reach the town of Bethlehem, according to the Bible. So let's first take a look at the word represent. Okay? R-E-P-R-E-S-E-N-T, represent. The verb represent means to be a sign or a symbol for something. For example, flags represent countries.
That's right. To represent means 象征、表示。 represent 是一个动词，常见的句型有 A represents B， 就像是 A 象征的 B。刚刚 Angeline 老师也提到的 flags 国旗，象征的就是不同的国家啦。
Here's an example sentence for the word represent. Bodies of water are represented by the color blue on the map.
Or another example could be the falling leaves represent fall is approaching. 大家有没有每次看到落叶的时候就感觉秋天要到了呢？
Okay, so going back to our article, you might be wondering who the three wise men are. Well, they are from the Bible. So a Bible is a holy book that Christians read and follow.That's
right. 在这里呢，帮同学们补充一下课文里面的 Three Wise Men， 他们是东方三博士，为出自于圣经故事中的人物哦。So why did the three wise men went to the town of Bethlehem?
Our article tells us, it says they were going there to visit the newly born Jesus Christ and present him with gifts.Okay, so Jesus Christ is the Son of God. So he's a very important person in the Christian religion.
Yes, Jesus Christ is a very important figure. 课文当中提到的 Jesus Christ 当然就是耶稣基督，也就是圣经当中的救世主啦。所以呢，刚刚提到的 Three Wise Men， 他们就是去到了 Bethlehem 的一个小镇，看望刚出生的耶稣基督，并且送礼物给他。
Next, our article tells us Joseph and Mary, Jesus' parents, were traveling to Bethlehem to take part in a census called for by Roman Emperor. Okay, let's first take a look at the noun census. Okay, so a noun is the process of counting the population, so finding out how many people live in a country, and collecting other information about them. For example, maybe what they do as a job, how old they are, that kind of information.
刚刚的句子出现了好多的单字 Don't worry， 我们先来看 census 这个字，在文中即为经过调查而得到的人口统计数，就是大家所熟知的人口普查。
And then in our sentence, there were also two phrases, right? Let's take a look at the first phrase, take part in something. So to take part in something means to join or to participate in an activity. For example, all the students take part in cleaning the classroom.
同样呢，句子里面也出现了 take part in something 这个片语，表示参与，其实就是和 join and participate 意思差不多咯。比方说像是 I took part in the speaking competition this year.
Cool. Our second phrase, call for something, means to say publicly that something is needed or needs to be done. For example, many people in America are calling for a ban on guns.
接着呢，我们要来看到了片语 call for something 就等于要求、需要。For example, my sister calls for my help.
Okay, we also see our vocabulary word emperor, E-M-P-E-R-O-R, emperor in this sentence. Okay, so an emperor is like a king. He rules an empire, or instead of empire, we can say a group of countries or a group of regions.
Yes, in the Chinese culture, an emperor means the leader of a dynasty. Emperor 在这里就是皇帝的意思。古代的时候，中国每一个朝代都有不同的皇帝，像是秦始皇 he was a very famous emperor of the Qing dynasty.
Cool.
所以刚刚课文整句意思就是说，耶稣基督的父母亲在前往 Bethlehem 的途中，同时也参与了罗马皇帝所要求的人口普查。
Okay, so that was a lot of information there.
Yes.
Next, we learned from our article that there, so there as in Bethlehem, Mary gave birth to Jesus while she and Joseph were taking shelter in a stable. Okay, so first let's discuss the phrase give birth to, which really means to have a child.
Yes, give birth to 就等于生产、生育的意思啦。 其实 birth 的意思就是诞生，像是大家一定都知道的 birthday，也就是你的生日，或是 date of birth， 出生日期。
We also see another phrase, take shelter,
Yes.
which means to find a place to get away from things like bad weather or danger or even just to rest.
我们都知道 shelter 是避难所的意思，而本意的片语 to take shelter 则是指躲避或者是寻求庇护的意思啦。
Right. And then Mary and Joseph, well, they were fairly poor, okay? So they could not afford to live in a hotel. They didn't live in a fancy hotel. Instead, they took shelter in a stable, okay? So a stable is a building where horses are kept. That's where they're also fed and where they are cared for.
那同学们应该都知道现在耶稣出生的地点在哪里啦？那就是马厩，就是古时候马住的地方哦。它的英文呢，则是 stable， 当作名词使用，所以大家千万不要把它跟形容词 stable 稳定的意思给搞错咯。当作形容词，你可以说 She is more stable these days 来表示她最近的情况比较稳定啦。
Okay, and the story of the birth of Jesus, Mary and Joseph, comes from the Bible, right?
Yes.
So our article says, while scholars debate whether or not this was accurate, the city remains a holy site for many Christians. Okay, so we have quite a few vocabulary words to look at, but don't worry, we'll go through each one. The first one is scholar. S-C-H-O-L-A-R, scholar. A scholar is a person who knows a lot about a particular subject.
Exactly. People with good knowledge, especially in the university, we call them scholars. 大家有猜到吗？ Scholar 就等于学者咯。
Let's use the word scholar in an example sentence. John is a professor and a great scholar in American history.
Yes, or you could also say Tommy is a famous political scholar in our university.
Exactly. The word accurate is our fourth vocabulary word today. Accurate. A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. Accurate. It's an adjective. If something is accurate, it is correct. There are no mistakes.
Accurate 就是准确的、正确无误的。其实和 correct 的意思大家知道的是很类似，但是呢，要怎么区分这两个字的差别呢？其实你可以说 correct 表示正确的，例如 there's the correct answer。然而 accurate 在这里呢，则是表达精准、零误差的意思。
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So let's use accurate in an example sentence. The police asked the victim for an accurate description of the suspect.
Or another example sentence might be, people hope to be more accurate in predicting the earthquakes or typhoons.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we mentioned the word holy earlier in our lesson today. If something is holy, it is connected with God or with religion.
Yeah.
I'll hand it to Jessie to help explain this further.
Of
Okay.
course. 文中的 holy 表示神圣的，或是任何有关于上帝的。It means very religious or very pure，就是非常虔诚的意思。许多时候我们在对话时也很常会听到表示惊讶啊，或是恐惧的时候，也就是类似我们中文常常说的天哪的意思。
Thank you, Jessie, for explaining that. Okay, let me make an example sentence for the word holy. For example, many people from around the world come to this holy temple to pray every year.
Let me provide another example. This area is a holy site for many Christians.
Very good. Okay, so because Bethlehem is a holy city, our article says millions of Christians have traveled there over the centuries.
因为 Bethlehem 是一个非常神圣的地方，因此很多的基督徒当然都会前往朝圣咯。课文当中的 millions of 表示数百万的。不过呢 millions of 在口头上面使用的时候，我们也可以表示它是很多很多的，是难以计算的。 比方说 I have millions of things to do this week.
Me too.
代表我这个星期有超多事情要做的啦。另外刚刚呢，我们还看到了 centuries 就是好几百年，而 one century equals to 100 years 代表100年哦。
Our article also says, what's more, a Christmas procession is held there every December 25th. Okay, so a procession is when a group of people, well, they move together slowly as part of a ceremony. It's kind of like a march.
没错，文章当中呢提到的 The Christmas Procession 也就是所谓的圣诞游行，在什么时候举行呢？大家一定知道，就是12月25号啦。
Our article also tells us that Bethlehem has changed hands many times over the years and was partially destroyed and rebuilt at least twice. The adverb partially means somewhat, a little bit, but not completely.
Right, partially 就是部分的 not completely 的意思。For example, this meat is only partially cooked.
Ooh, give it back to the chef.
Yes, okay. Or my house is only partially decorated. 此外呢，文章当中我们刚刚有听到的片语 change hands， 在这里不是指换手的意思哦。change hands 在这呢是指易手的意思。课文是指多年来 Bethlehem 多次的易手，并且呢被摧毁，然后又再重建，至少有2次哦。
There isn't an emperor anymore, right? In Bethlehem, our article says these days it is controlled by Palestine, and most of its population is Muslim.
对的，即使现在的 Bethlehem 已经改变了许多，圣经在这里仍然能够看到很多的基督徒 Christians， 或是我们所知道的 Muslim， 也就是穆斯林。
Finally, our article says, over the past century, it's also had many political problems with its neighbor, Israel. Okay, so we've come to our final vocabulary word for today, political. P-O-L-I-T-I-C-A-L. Political. It's an adjective that means something that is related to politics or the government. Okay?
Yes.
So in our sentence, political problems, this means the problems between the countries are related to the government.
Political 在这里也就是有关于政治的 For example, political leaders, political parties, or political agenda,
Right.
so on and so forth. So 如果呢大家要表示政治这个名词就是 politics. For example, don't talk about politics when you first meet somebody.
Not a good idea.
No.
Let's use political in an example sentence. There are 3 political parties running for election this year.
Or you could also say there are 2 major political parties in the United States.
Very good. Okay, so we've come to the end of our article, but please stay tuned for our For You chat.
For You chat.
Our For You chat today is, do you know any Christmas stories? What is your favorite one?
I only know one Christmas story, and the story is called A Christmas Carol. And it's about a man, he's really, really stingy. His name is Scrooge. Do you know that story?
I know that story, but we are running out of time.
I can't tell that story. Oh, okay, fine. Well, that's all that we have for today. My name is Angeline, signing off.
I am Jessie.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys next time.
Bethlehem, birthplace of Jesus Christ. Christmas trees almost always each have a star on top. But what's the meaning behind it? The star actually represents the one that the 3 wise men followed to reach the town of Bethlehem, according to the Bible. They were going there to visit the newly born Jesus Christ and present him with gifts. Joseph and Mary, Jesus' parents, were traveling to Bethlehem to take part in a census called for by Roman Emperor Augustus. There, Mary gave birth to Jesus, while she and Joseph were taking shelter in a stable. While scholars debate whether or not this was accurate, the city remains a holy site for many Christians. Millions of Christians have traveled there over the centuries. What's more, a Christmas procession is held there every December 25th. Bethlehem has changed hands many times over the years and was partially destroyed and rebuilt at least twice. These days, it is controlled by Palestine, and most of its population is Muslim. Over the past century, it's also had many political problems with its neighbor, Israel.
Vocabulary Review.
Represent. Henry made this necklace to represent his love for his wife. Emperor. The country is ruled by an emperor who lives in a very large castle. Scholar. There are many scholars at this university who teach classes and do research. Accurate. I'm afraid that your watch isn't very accurate. It's actually almost 7 p.m. Holy. Churches are holy places, so it's important to be quiet and polite in them. Political. A lot of the news on TV is about the president and other political matters.